And
Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to another lean recap for the Real Housewives of Potomac. It's Monday. I don't know to say. It's Monday. It's been a good weekend. Antonio and Dream, how are y'all?
Feeling good today.
You
I'm
feeling good? Well,
I'm
you
feeling
look good
good.
too.
I just realized I want to be like Dream when I grow up, but
Uh, yeah, honestly, I would too. I want to be a dream. I'm tired of being a nightmare, honey.
Oh my gosh.
No, that's a little insider. But shout out to everybody watching right now in the chat. Hey, Asia. I really am enjoying, of course, Patama, but I'm enjoying that we have this like super panel over here because it's like with seven of us, and
yeah.
like we literally rotate it out. But it's just like you get so many different perspectives at different times. We had Asia and Danny and what's Sam was here last week, right? It was one of y'all here. Yeah. So this week we got Dream, got Antonio, and we still ain't got Jasmine yet. But as I said, Jasmine is out here being the best coach that she could be. She gonna have these girls in the WNBA. So until then, we gonna have her when she can come back to us. As far as those watching Salt Lake City, it's my sincerest apologies, honey. But realistically, it was best to do that versus keep canceling the show. We want to make sure we're consistent. So it's best to just put it on a pause as they like to do on the Housewives Network. So it's not to say we're not going to recap it, but availability is just kind of weird in terms of that show. So for now, it is on pause, and if we decide to pick it back up or do a full season recap or whatever, we'll do that. I saw some of the comments. Classy lady said, "Well, shit, I'll be on the damn panel," and we really appreciate that. But however, it's much more than that. But it really I was like, damn, I wish we could do it. We couldn't. So shout out to those watching that. As far as Beverly Hills, we're planning to do that show. I believe it's on Tuesdays now. The big issue with these housewife shows is that they pick the weirdest days and times. Like if Salt Lake City was on Wednesday and it was at 8 o'clock, y'all time, we could do it right afterwards. But it's on at 9, so it's like it's too late to do a show. And then Beverly Hills on a Tuesday. That's so weird. Beverly Hills was always a Wednesday show.
Yeah.
So anyway, we'll see. Shouldn't be affected. Make sure y'all like this video. Make sure y'all subscribe. We appreciate all the support and all of the dedication that y'all have given to us because the lean is still here. And every time I watch this show, they always tell me lean in. I think Ashley even said on the show, lean in this, lean in that. So glad to still be here. And let's talk about tonight's episode. Potomac has been interesting. I have never seen such randomness on the episode, but what took me out the most, and we skip it around, is the fact that not only did somebody say somebody stinks, but that it was somebody else that agreed. So what I want to know is who was around there smelling like that and why. Like,
I think it was Jackie.
you
Smelling
think it was
herself.
Jackie?
Well, typically, and I remember hearing my mom, and they'd be like, if you like the only one that smell it, then it's probably you. So it probably was
Well,
us.
Kiana smelled it too.
Did she?
Kiana made the comment first, right? Did she say that?
No.
I thought
That
it was
wasn't
Jackie.
Kiana?
I think it was only Jacqueline because you remember she bent down and smelled in the front of Mia's.
Oh, I thought Kiana said something, and then Jacqueline also smelled
No,
something as well.
and I'm gonna say it was Jacqueline that was smelling like salmon over there.
That's what I think.
Oh,
She smelled
I do
herself.
too.
She got a good whiff of
She got a
herself.
stank gap. That's
That's
it.
so important. Jacqueline is just a
She's
lost
just a
cause.
loser all the way around.
And I hate that for her, but she is just, I once felt bad for her and thought she was okay, but this season she is an overkill and overdrive, and I do not like it. So yes, if that's true, since I got it wrong. If she was the only one that smelled it, clearly it was her.
Yeah, came in and she was talking to Mia in the kitchen or wherever they were, and Kiana and all them was sitting over there on the sofa, not really paying attention. But yeah, it was. I'm gonna say it was Jacqueline's twat that was smelling.
That's disgusting. Yeah.
Sorry.
Disgusting. We'll talk about that when we get to it.
Okay.
So in the beginning of this episode, we pick up where last week we know that Stacey got wind of a conversation from Mia and Jacqueline that Mia apparently says that Karen says she needed rehab. So she's talking to Karen. Now, last week we talked about how we did like the way that Stacey brought it to Karen. I mean, she brought it to her, in a way of asking her, is it true? And she didn't come to her and just run with, and she also didn't wait till another day. She didn't wait till a big scene. She went right straight to her, whether it was her decision or productions or not. That's the way she gave it information. So Karen denies, needing rehab, telling Mia that she needed rehab, but also brings up Mia's past, about how the joint chiropractic business was created because Mia once had an opioid addiction. Now, at first, I think in the confessional, Stacy thinks that Karen is making this up, but actually, if you research it, I think it actually is true. And I believe on the show, she talked about having some sort of addiction in the past, which led to it. So it looks like, Mia, and I feel like Mia and Karen were actually somewhat friends before. And so I think they probably definitely had a lot of conversations and a lot of things probably were said. So I don't think that this was something that Karen pulled out her ass, and the research is there. So yeah. Um, so they talk about that, and just that conversation ends there. We talked about last week how I felt like you can tell Stacy didn't really watch the show. Do y'all think Stacy watched the show before she got on the show?
No.
Probably
Yeah,
clips.
you
Maybe
said cool.
clips, but yeah,
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
about it. I definitely don't think she sit down and watch the show from start to finish. Absolutely not.
Okay, I would agree. Unlike some of the previous castmates or new housewives that join these shows, it doesn't say if she has watched it, she's watched a little bit. She knows enough, but it don't seem like she's just been like a fan. I wouldn't
Yeah.
give her that. And so I think it's actually working for her because, as I said last week, she's kind of figuring out things about not just them, but just reality TV in general as she's going. And I do like her. So I see a comment where I think Callie said they think that Stacey's going to turn on Karen. I was told that she does something that's like really big towards the middle end of the season. I'm not sure if it's turning on her, but they say that she gets a little messy. So we'll see. I really don't know. But outside of that, nothing really is happening after this conversation. Ashley is on the phone with her kids. First of all, Ashley's phone is ragged as hell. It has every crack and every piece of it look like I don't know if it was tape on it, a screen protector. It's just crazy to me to not to have a phone like that and have it on camera. Like, good God. I'm just saying. Um, any thoughts on anything about what Stacy said to Karen, the information she got back from Mia, or anything about the opioid addiction, or anything in this whole this beginning scene? Dream.
I remember I didn't go and research myself, but I remember Mia saying something about opioids at the
Mm-hmm.
beginning of her journey. So I don't think Karen put that out of the blue. I don't know if Mia went to
I saw I
rehab.
saw I saw somebody mention it on Twitter and they pulled back the clip as well as like an article or something where it proves that it was true. It is true. That wasn't a lie.
So she went to rehab?
She had an opioid addiction. I think that's the center of
That's
it. I
the
don't
part
know
that,
about her
okay.
going to rehab, or I think maybe she did. I think she did, but I know there was definitely an addiction.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Karen pulled it out of the blue, but she didn't pull it out the blue, excuse me. It's factual from the people who did the research on Mia, but I mean, Karen's backed up against the wall at this point. I'm about to pull out everything in Mia's closet if she's saying stuff about me, so I can understand where Karen's coming from. As far as
Yeah.
Ashley, her kids did not want to talk to her. They were trying to get off the phone, and I understand.
Antonio.
Yeah, I do like how, as we said, that how Stacy brought it to Karen. She did it in a tactful way, but in true, Karen fashion, she, fired one right back, which, I was okay with. Clearly, as Karen always has, she kind of fights fire with fire. You go low with her, she gonna take it just as low, with you. I don't think that Karen mentioned anything to me about wanting to go to rehab or anything like that. I legit do not believe anything that Mia says, like nothing. So I don't believe that she had that type of conversation with her, but I would have liked to see, other than Kiana gave her reaction, I would have liked to see like Ashley's reaction as well, which they kind of, once Karen said that, they kind of like, cut and went to like confessionals or whatever. So I would have liked to see those reactions. Yeah, Ashley and those kids, yeah, whatever.
last week I talked about how Ashley really shows in this moment that she is not a true OG. Just because like the way that she knows Karen the most of anybody on this show right now. I mean, her and Giselle do, right? So when you hear something as absurd as she came to us, said she went to rehab. Somebody said last week that Ashley walked out the room,
She did.
to remove her from it, but she didn't really defend
She
Karen
did.
in that way. She just let it go. She let the narrative go, and that would have been a good time for her to be like, "Listen, I know y'all don't like her, and Karen is this and that, but that's not true." But whatever. That's just, to me, that just shows that Ashley is just like, she still will just go, if she's not really here for you in any kind of way, she will go against you or not even defend you. And I feel like you cannot like somebody, but you can always still do the right thing. And the right thing would have been like, that's not true. Because luckily they made light of it. Karen was like, Karen at this point is so tired of being whatever with this whole conversation. She really don't care, especially as it relates to Mia and Jacqueline, because they're not the most credible women around right now. So it's just like they just poking and poking and poking. And I like honestly how Karen's handling it. She's firing back, but she's also not really bothered by it. While also still holding her composure because she does have a true case about this, So
Yeah.
but outside of that, that was that scene. They have a scene the next morning. Oh, sorry, later was it? Yeah, later that day or whatever, and they are at the pool. And this is kind of where they're talking about Stacy and her boo. So of course, there's a lot of questions about Stacy and her current boo. But she speaks very highly of him. She says that he's not having sex, but it seems like she really wants to. Like bad. So I mean, I don't know. I'm with the rest of the ladies. Like, girl, hope it's nice, because if it's not, you're gonna be really upset. Or maybe she won't be. She don't seem like she that kind of person. But me, I might be upset. I don't know. But they talk about Ashley's divorce and that she's gonna be moving forward very soon. I see a comment about it being a Kenya Moore divorce. Honestly, I'm just not that invested in this whole divorce thing. Like,
At all.
if it goes on for another 5 years, I wouldn't be surprised, because what else does Ashley have going on? Honestly, nothing. So this will secure her for a while, just like it kind of did Kenya, in a sense. But at least Kenya can actually do more than just talk about this divorce. Ashley just serves no purpose to me. So then they have a general conversation about how kids are introduced to the new lovers in their lives. So, for example, Ashley talks about how if Michael decides to get a new woman, that I think she said that she would like to meet the woman, or it was something
She
like
want
that,
to
right?
meet the woman before the kids does.
Before the kids, okay. Kiana and Jazzy can relate because Kiana definitely is with somebody that has kids already. Jazzy, similar, her situation, which we're going to talk about. Her current boyfriend has 3 kids or whatever, and nothing really happens in this scene. Mia ends up coming out dancing on Kiana, and Kiana's like, "Girl, you can dance how you want. I still don't like your ass because you tried me about this drug dealer man that I'm not with no more." So that was that one scene, and then as that ends, Giselle arrives. Jazzy gives her the tea on what's going on. Even Giselle was kind of flabbergasted when she finds out that Ashley act like she didn't know Kiana had a scar, because I mean Giselle was like, it's right there. I'm like, I mean, it is right there. And everybody kind of arrives. They drive the boat, and Mia don't drive the boat. Mia crashed the damn boat, okay? Because she put the whole damn bottle of Casamigos in her. Now, mind you, it was not attractive, as in like it would. I would have been more impressed had she did it and she was able to take the shot without losing her composure. But she just looked crazy. She just showed,
and most of the backwash went back into the bottle.
all the backwash and spit and whatever else of ink went back in that bottle, and I was just like, Mia, stop. You are not that girl. Any thoughts on either of these scenes? The pool scene, Ashley getting divorced, Stacy and her boo, Kiana and Jazzy being able to relate, with the kids thing, or when Giselle arrives and just how she gets all the tea from Jazzy, and Mia crashing the boat. Antonio.
The pool scene was fun. It's good to kind of see them. Yeah, well, I don't want to see drama, but I also want to kind of see them have fun as well. Stacy and her dancing, she definitely needs some, because homegirl was like, hey. I don't know if TJ got what she gonna need to like get some of that stiffness out. She needs something huge.
I don't
Really
think
break her off.
not something huge.
She needs something huge. I'm talking about like she need like Bolo to come up in there and because those limbs was stiff as heck. So yeah, she need a good Bolo. Like she need to call Portia and see what's up with Bolo. That's what she need to do. And in regard to Ashley and her divorce, nothing. Ashley, I think, I'll say it again, she should have left. She shouldn't be there. Clearly the show can go on without her because she has not served any purpose so far this season. And Mia and the whole want to try to show off. I mean, she talking about, they're like, oh, she like, that's how you get two men. Well, not really, because everything ran out of your mouth back into the bottle. And I don't think that's what the men want, from what I heard. So yeah. They don't want it to run back out.
No, they want it to keep going down. Exactly. They say swallow or whatever.
Thank you.
Dree?
When it comes to Ashley's divorce, I will be okay if I don't ever hear about it again, to be honest. I feel like this divorce is dragging out a lot. Like it's she doesn't want to get divorced, so you can tell that she doesn't have any fire under her butt to get the divorce because he's financially taking care of her, which is cool, but I'm just done hearing about it, to be honest. As far as Giselle, I'm happy that Giselle acknowledged that she saw Kay's scar. I felt like that piece was very important because Ashley was trying to minimize Kay's experience, in my opinion. She was trying to minimize Kay's experience. Like, do you have a scar? Like, it wasn't really there when all the other girls, even Giselle, who's on Ashley's side 9 times out of 10, can see it. So I'm glad Giselle mentioned that she could see the scar. Like, what is Ashley talking about? As far as Mia, I don't know. That was disturbing to me. And I would have been so upset. Like, she just ruined the rest of the bottle for putting, it wasn't cute at all. It wasn't graceful. It wasn't sexy. It was very much, girl, no, keep that bottle.
Because who wants to utilize that bottle or get liquor out of that bottle knowing they're going behind men like Ink and Gordon, like so unattractive. And just gross.
The way she did it though was just like not.
You know what I'm saying? Like it just was very like ew.
She needs to keep
nobody was turned on.
I hope she didn't accidentally pour another person a shot. I hope none of those girls drank after her.
Yeah, nobody was turned
on. I'm pretty sure Mia. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure Wendy and Kiana definitely did not. They probably so production. Can we get a new bottle? Because no. I'm weak. Okay, so after that, it's Wendy's birthday. Wendy is for Tay, is what she said. I'm like, Wendy, please. They are going to the Joint Chiropractic, which is, I guess this was one of the locations that Mia used to own. She sold it, I believe, or whatever. And so on the way there, they talk more about TJ. And Giselle is asking questions to Stacey, and Stacey's like, "Well, hell, Google him. I mean, you want to know much about him? Google him. He on Google." So they like, we find out he's been a part of all these shows, Days of Our Lives, Grey's Anatomy, and they asked, "Is he an extra?" He was like, "She's like, no, he's not an extra, honey. He's a part of the actual cast." But they basically poke at her because, it's about sex, and they keep asking her about sex, but she can't speak to it because he is a Christian and he's not going to have sex until he's getting married. But they just basically want to tell her, like, girl, you got to know what the penis, what's down there before you get married, because what if you're not happy? Honestly, I'm going to say, I feel like TJ may be packing. That's just me. Y'all think he packing? Damn. That's crazy. TJ probably would surprise y'all. You'd be very surprised.
When I seen TJ on Watch What Happens Live last night with that 70s inspired outfit, get up on, and that high top fade thing,
and that's how you know it's stupid big.
That's how you know it's so.
I feel like it'll be disappointing. Lift. No girl.
Right. Okay, Asia. TJ got something down. I'm trying to tell y'all.
He might got something down there, but it probably ain't about
he got some. I ain't say he got some down there. Well, anyway, we won't be knowing, and neither will Stacey, because
we might know before Stacey. How about
we
that?
probably know before Stacey at this rate, but that's all she talks about. So then they get to the Joint Chiropractic, and Mia is just, it's given the first season when Mia came on the show. Like she comes in and she's like, "Oh my God, I don't know who you are. Like, what's your name?" Like, blah blah. And I'm just like, okay, this is supposed to be a birthday celebration. I thought they were going to get, adjusted. Did they get adjusted? I don't. So
She wanted
basically,
them to see where it all started from. Where
it's
that's
very pointless of a trip to this place because one, no one cares. You don't own it anymore, and no one cares. So everyone is just sitting there looking like, especially Kiana. Kiana's just like, why are we here? Wendy's like, why are we here? Like, it's somebody's birthday. Take these girls to a bar, go do some fun stuff. I would have been like, this is not where I want to be. Me, I'm sorry. But basically everyone's kind of confused by that, and that's just pretty much all that happens in that scene. So anything about TJ, Googling him, his penis, anything about the Joint Chiropractic, it wasn't really much in this scene, to be honest. Before I get to the actual lunch scene,
I feel like Giselle laughing at Stacey when she's talking about TJ should scream to Stacey, because Giselle was married to a preacher and she knows the church life. So if you're basing, it's just, I don't believe that TJ is just specifically waiting to get married. That's just my personal opinion. I don't believe that.
what you think he waiting on?
well, we talked about it last week, and honestly,
Maybe a different person.
The internet believes that he just maybe he was, once
He's not into her.
maybe he's
Right.
talking to
That's
men,
right.
and that he's trying to, reform himself, and that's the whole Christian journey. That's what they saying on social media. I don't know.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, right? But I don't know.
Based on context clues, I can see where that gets drawn as well, because it doesn't seem, I don't know, something's off. He doesn't seem into Stacey authentically, in my opinion.
It seems more like a friendship, like a true friendship. Like, not, of course you want to be friends with your partner, but it seems like they like besties.
Right, like, hey princess, what's up, girl?
Yeah, like, hey, right.
Like, it's very that. So
there's nothing wrong with being celibate, Sean, at all.
there is nothing wrong with being celibate, but
there's just something more to this, and I think the fans and me and this panel is just.
But even Stacey said, she's like, when Giselle asked her something, Stacey said, well, it was his decision to wait until marriage. Like, he's the reason why.
Ben gave him that cat, so.
Right. She wants to jump. She wants to jump on
it.
I don't know what'll be there when she jumps on it. But
she definitely wants it. 100%. So that's, for sure.
As far as them going to the Joint Chiropractic, I was so confused on why they were there. They literally could have went around the corner to the little shopping center to go to a Joint Chiropractic, because there's one around the corner next to the Dollar Tree. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, they're everywhere here in San Antonio. I don't know about in their area, but this trip so far has been very about Mia, as it was like Mia's birthday. If they went there and she got Wendy, if she got a session for Wendy, or she got all the girls a session, then that would have been like, okay, cute. Thanks for bringing us here. Like, but just to go and look around, shuffle a few pamphlets here and there, I was so confused why they were there. It was pointless to me.
I thought if they were at least going to get, adjusted, then
that's what I thought they were going to do.
They literally went there to just see what she no longer owned.
Or she don't know any of the people there.
Walked in like, I'm finally here, and those people was looking like,
who are you,
girl? Yeah, because we knew, because production said it, but we don't know who you are. Like, it was. Yeah, Mia be lying. It was odd. It was very like, oh, I wanted y'all to see where it all started, and I still have 22 locations, and we're gonna sell them all. And then Giselle knew what she was doing when she said, so what are y'all busier days? Because if you owning these, that to me, that would seem like that would be information that you would have to know when you guys get the most. Oh, it depends on the market that you're in. Yep. And I was like, she thought she had 8 with that answer, but I don't believe it. So that was just wasted. They wasted the gas on that Sprinter van, because that was stupid. Just take me to get something to eat.
Okay, so they go and get something to eat, And the first thing that happens is Giselle checks on Kiana and just like, Ashley, did you apologize? And Ashley said, yes, she did apologize. And Kiana said, I just feel like, Ashley was jumping on the bandwagon as to what Mia was saying. And she brings up the whole thing about the drug dealer or whatever. And she was like, I thought it was quite interesting because, you have a very colorful past. And Mia's like, well, I don't have a drug dealer past. And she's like, okay, well, I guess selling ass is fine. Calling her a prostitute. And so, they go back and forth a little bit, and she's just like, okay, like, you want to talk about my past, but what is my current man doing? Like, what's my current man doing? And Mia, they kind of go back and forth again, and the conversation ends with Kiana saying that, I guess, my current man is doing whatever while you are posted up on the corner. While you posted up on the corner selling ass or whatever she said to her. And so Jazzy stops the conversation. Well, Giselle stops the conversation because she's kind of like, like, come on, y'all, let's stop for a little bit. Jazzy takes the floor, and Jazzy says she's having a party full of single men. And Jacqueline said, well, good, because I've been in the gym and I didn't got strong, so don't fuck with me. And I said, huh? Everybody, like, I was okay with, like, I've been in the gym and stuff like that, but I think one thing about Jacqueline, okay, yeah, she's a loser, but she don't let stuff. It's not about letting stuff go, but she just brings up the things at the most inopportune times. Like, clearly, if you go back to the first day they got there, when she felt like Jazzy was making a dig about her body, that would have been a great time to say, okay, I've been working, I didn't lost weight, but what is this girl saying she have a party full of single men got to do with you losing weight and you strong? I just don't understand her timing of things. It makes her look really weird, more weird than she already is. And so, of course, when she says the whole thing, she getting stronger, don't F for her, Giselle's like, you're talking about Karen, and Karen's just like, girl, please. Like, I'm just so can y'all just move on? Like, I don't like Jacqueline. That's just that on that. So that happens. And so Giselle and Ashley take a little moment outside afterwards where we find out that Ashley's song, Healing and Thriving, is going to be now EDM because she felt like it needed a little tweak. Instead of it being completely deleted, she felt like she could tweak it and make it a EDM song. But even when she was singing it, or I guess showing the preview, that girl is just so off key. Like, she just is so... Ooh, they talk about Ashley. I'm sorry, they talk about Stacey not having rhythm and being stiff. Okay, Ashley's right here. Hello, Ashley says hello. She's still stiff. She still has no rhythm. She's been in for years. She still ain't got it. So I will be okay with Stacey coming in for one season and getting a little movement and getting her groove. But Ashley, meanwhile, is the stiffest non-rhythm woman on this show right now. Still, let's not forget about these TikTok videos. And I'll stop right there. Any thoughts on the lunch between when Kiana was against Mia and this whole thing with Ashley and her healing and thriving now on EDM song Dream?
Let's see. Well, Mia keeps bringing up Kiana's ex, but it's not like a personal dig. It would be one thing if she's saying, like, you were a drug dealer, but she's saying your ex. Like, Mia, you were a stripper. You were for the streets. You were selling cat and whatever else. Which technically she basically was, because she said that G was paying her. So she was selling cat. Excuse me. She was selling ass, but so for me, it's like missing Mia's digs at Kay are missing because it's not about Kay. Dig up some stuff about her and speak about her directly, just like she's addressing Mia directly. But as far as Ashley's song, at this point, she can stick to the TikToks. I prefer her to stick to the TikToks than to make music, because she said that she wants to fulfill her passion, which is music and writing lyrics. This ain't it, baby. This ain't it. You got Giselle looking at you sideways, and Giselle don't look. This ain't it.
They got GNA. I'm sure that's gonna be rolling in the dough pretty soon. So.
Well, GNA ain't it getting fused or something now? What is it?
What's that?
Like the GNA, didn't it say it was getting extended or something like that? What was the word they used?
Revamp. Yeah, I think they said infusion with something.
Fusion, that's what it is. A fusion. Like, okay, so GNA is about to get fused.
Which one do you think will sell more, Ashley's song or GNA?
Neither. Actually, Robin's hats. I was just gonna say Robin's hats. You know, Wendy's candles.
Ladom.
Okay. All of the above.
You know what though? I'm glad that Kay is kind of getting at me, and it does seem like there was more to the conversation because when they were sitting there when Jazzy was sitting there with Giselle, and she was kind of giving Giselle a lowdown, she was like, they were talking about people creating or building businesses with drug money. So it seemed like to me that was a piece of the conversation that was kind of left out initially when they were having that back and forth at the breakfast that morning, that's how Kiana got her business, because the ex gave her the money and the ex was a drug dealer. That's kind of what I got from that.
Don't drug dealers give strippers money too?
And they buy cat from strippers, I'm sure. So
oh my God. What else they do? Quick shout out to James Pasta III, says GNA is bull crap. First coming spring 2024. Now there isn't no damn product on the website. I didn't know that. Now I'm not the type to go looking because I'm not interested. But that's interesting. If there truly is nothing on their website, that's unfortunate. Maybe that's why it's being fused, because maybe the fusion is going to be that the product's on the website. I don't know.
I remember looking like a while back, and they had like the little tank top on there with GNA, and I want to say a pair of some socks or something like that. But it was like maybe 2 or 3 items on there. So I don't. Yeah, but nobody's looking to. At least Sheree with She by Sheree. At least Sheree dress is nice. Giselle and Ashley don't even dress nice. They don't, they look cheap. So you can imagine that their clothes are going to be cheap and not nice as well.
And it's even more sad because it's 2 of them. Like, it's a collaboration type thing, and it's not looking good. It's not looking cute. She by Sheree was, well, they did say Sheree was still in designs and stuff, so I don't know. But that's one person.
She was getting some orders though, so hey.
What was I gonna say? As far as there's a comment from A saying Ashley can sing a little. You know what? When that little note or whatever I heard, she does not sound bad, she just does not sound good either.
I won't say
she has a choir voice. Like maybe she could like walk around and do a Christmas carol voice. That's the voice she has. Like she can do Christmas carols. I don't think she should be in the studio dropping beats, Mm-hmm. I don't think she'd be doing. That's what I think. Like she did not sound bad, but yes,
to me she sounded bad. I think she can carry a tune. And she can carry a tune depending on maybe what type of song she's singing. But to me, to say that she can sing, no, because people that can sing, they can kind of make any type of or a lot of different songs sound good. And I think Ashley may only be able to carry a tune with Healing and Thriving, because she even sounded bad on what was it, Coffee Table.
She needs to, if she's gonna sing a song, listen, you can there's all type of software that makes somebody sound great. She needs to at least be on the beat, okay? At least. Then we can start there. Until she get on the beat, I don't want to hear not nan note at all. But she does sound like she should sing like Christmas carols. I do think so. That's what?
Christmas carols, that is wild.
It does. Like she should go door to door and do a little Christmas carol and be like, la 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 la.
Look, now that sounded better than Ashley's song right now. Your little la la las.
Listen, I used to be, somebody in the choir back in the day. I used to be. All right, so then that night they all get dressed. They're all gonna wear red. I was wondering why Karen's dress wasn't as red as the others, but apparently she didn't bring one. On social media, she said that I think Jazzy brought the dress for her or something like that.
She had a dress she wore.
Yeah, so that happened or whatever, and so. As they're sitting there, I got it wrong earlier. I thought that Kiana and Jacqueline smelled some fish or smelled a smell, but apparently only Jacqueline smelled it. And not only did she smell something, she literally got down on her tippy knees or whatever, on national television and smelled another woman's vagina to ensure that it wasn't her. And I'm just like, honestly, I didn't even think it was Mia, because Mia may be a lot of things, but I don't think she has bad hygiene. She don't give me that. She don't. I will give her
Now,
that.
Jacqueline give me that she does, because she don't even take deodorant, soap, toothbrush.
She did not come
anything
on
like
to the
that
strip
on
with
trip.
deodorant and soap. So yes, that, I'm not saying it was her, but like they said, the person that smelled it dealt it. Nobody else smelled it. So clearly she caught a little whiff to herself or whatever. So it is what it is. That's disgusting though, Jacqueline. Like, that's embarrassing as well. I just hate that for her. That's not cute. That's not cute at all. So then they get on the bus and they play a game of F, marry, and kill. I thought this was kind of fun. The general consensus was that everybody wanted Jacqueline dead. Not her. No, they didn't want her dead, but they would kill Jacqueline. And honestly, she's just so like lame these days. Might as well. A lot of people wanted to have sex or F Mia. She was the more for that. And I think Kiana was the most to be married to, I believe. So that was kind of what they did. But it was fun. I'm glad everybody went. Like, everybody had a good time. Mia said she wanted everybody. Mia, all Mia needed was a damn some platform shoes and a pimp coat and some glasses. She was like, I fuck everybody up in here. She was lit. And the side over there.
I believe she would too.
I'm sure she definitely would. Jacqueline did reveal something that we already knew, basically, that she had already had sex with Mia before. And I'm like, girl, I mean, y'all was sharing the same men. Y'all shared 2 men before and everything else, soap, deodorant. So why would y'all not have sex, right?
Take showers together. Like,
take showers together. She went in your JJ with a flashlight. Of course. So yeah. That's that on that. They get to dinner. And all the women, I actually really like this scene a lot. Of the women showing their appreciation. Well, Wendy spoke about how it felt. She made me so excited to be 40. Mind you, I got a little while to go, but I am the age that she was when she joined the show.
Yeah,
I was like, oh my God, let me get some candles. Let me, get my body done. Let me do all these things that she did. So when I get 40, I can be like, this is what I did. But she has truly grown a lot on the show, and it's so. I mean, not even just appearance wise, but like seeing her. Like, I've always liked Wendy from the beginning, so she's still a fan. I'm still a fan of hers. Always will be. I hopefully. And so everyone gives their speech. Ashley says that Wendy is inspiring, and I feel like that's why here lately, honestly, we see Ashley trying to do all these different things. She wanted to do the business. She wanted to get the music. I feel like, I don't know how old Ashley is, but I think she's like 35. Or like 34, 35.
I think so. She was like 26 when she started the show. So yeah,
right. So she's at the age where she feels like she's gonna be being 40 soon. So let her do all that she can do. But I think she should probably stick to things that she can do. Like, put out a great song and things like that. That's just me. Giselle gives her speech. Jacqueline gives this weird speech. It was started out okay because she was talking about how when she first met her, Wendy was like, I didn't know who she was, or that she wasn't here to stay, but she makes it known that she is here to stay because she's still here. And I'm like, no, sweetie, that does not mean anything. Oh, you were just crying your heart out in Mexico 2 years ago. And your friend didn't even want to talk to you last season. So yeah, I don't think you're here to stay. You're disposable, right?
Clearly.
So Stacy takes this time to talk about Jazzy because she feel like everybody been in her business about her man. Let's talk about Jazzy man. And honestly, this really confuses me. I want y'all to take on this really because I don't really understand what's going on, but it sounds like the ladies received it as he was cheating on her when they first met and found out he got a baby. She decided to stay with him or whatever. One of the babies is 1, I believe.
One of them is 1, and the other one is like 3.
But he has 3.
No, he has 2.
I thought he had 3. He got 2?
No, 2.
It was too much. Honestly, I can't keep up with the story. But Kiana speaks up, and Kiana talks about how she can relate to a NFL player who had kids, and that she basically says like she could never get over it. So I think this is her way of saying like, if this is bothering you in any kind of way, just look at it because I tried to do it and I couldn't, right? Mia says, oh, really? Like the same thing happened to me. What's his name? What team he play for? Was it the Ravens? Was his name Sean? Whatever she said. And so the girls is like, Mia, no, girl, like hush, like stop trying to for one, this girl don't like you, and two, like the stop, please. Can you not be tacky for 2 seconds? Jesus. Um, and the scene kind of closes out with Stacey talking about how Ashley, of all people, is helping her be more open and more comfortable in her situation and moving forward with her divorce. And I'm like, I don't know who made Ashley the poster child for divorce, but that is the wrong way to go when it comes to pursuing a divorce. All right, any thoughts on this scene, the dinner scene, the F, Mary, kill, or anything about the dinner leading up to it, Antonio?
Um, the F Mary Kill, that was fun. I like the all the girls being in red and then Wendy, being in white. I thought that was that was cute or whatever. But the F Mary Kill was fun. Jacqueline definitely had gotten her feelings a little bit because people were saying that they wanted to F Mia. And she had to let it be known that, I've already done that. And she even said, like, I don't care who she's around, but I'm like the queen bee. I hate that Mia gave Jacqueline this pep talk type of thing before the season started. I guess maybe trying to tell her what she needed to do to maybe secure a spot on the show is not working. At this point, hell, I don't even think Mia's spot is really secure because that storyline as of right now, that three-way she got one, it seems very dry and stale.
Dry.
At the dinner, that was good, to kind of see them. Like I said, I like the drama, but I also like to see them getting along and doing stuff like that. When Mia asked Kiana, like, oh, does he play for the Ravens? She said at this point he plays for Jesus. I was like, I cannot stand Mia now. But Stacey did clock in at the table, and because she had mentioned it in an earlier confessional about she think there's something more as it relates to Jazzy's boyfriend and that situation. So when she kind of brought that up, I was like, oh, okay, she trying to produce a scene a little bit. I'm not mad at it. But yeah, it was given that Jazzy and the guy were talking because they did flashbacks on Jazzy, and she did kind of give a couple of different stories. One was like she was dating a dude, and then he ended up with 2 kids. The other one was, well, she was already 2 or 3 months pregnant. We were kind of dating, and then another baby came up. Either way, it seems like Jazzy got cheated on at some point during that relationship because she didn't give a specific number or time as to when they've been together. She just said a couple of years, in which I'm thinking, okay, if that's 2 years, then that means that you were at least there when that second child, was created and everything. So she, just say, hey, we had a situation. He cheated. I'm gonna stay there. We've been good ever since. That's it. But yeah, I still don't think she being 100% real about it.
The story has changed a few times. Even from the clips they showed, I was like, okay, I just really want her to say, I'm with them. He got kids and we're together and just that. That's just that. Like, I don't know.
When she started giving, I think, details, she kind of opened herself up to some, speculation and criticism and stuff like that. So.
But she don't. So what I will say, and I'm sorry to go before you that she's a very confident person. She speaks very well, like when she talks. But when she talks about the situation, I notice it's almost like she's slowly, like closing in and kind of like she's not as comfortable to talk about like when she says anything else.
She thinks it's look stupid. Nobody wants to look stupid.
Correct. So that's how you know that there's just something there that she just don't want to talk about, but she's also on TV. And I feel like, I don't know, I hope it doesn't get in the way of like her throughout the season because I like Jazzy, but I don't know. She don't seem very comfortable with this situation. And it's like, girl, maybe you lucky it ain't giving what the other seasons would have gave because they be all up in it.
And they still got a few episodes left to kind of get up in it. So we'll see how it goes. But I think they're going to do a bit more poking and prodding in that situation.
I hope it don't cause her to like push herself away because to me, no shade, she seemed like the kind of person that is very my man. And whenever women come on the show and they talk about like their husbands and their men and stuff like that, when it's like not in the best light, like even for example, I'm skipping around, but like Salt Lake City, Bronwyn's husband does not seem like he likes to be like he want to be on TV. You know what I'm saying? When you don't really see them often and stuff like that, that's usually a sign. We've seen it with Shamari's husband. We've seen it with plenty of other husbands, right? So
Yeah.
I would hope that she would have chosen to still be in this light versus my man, and then she, removes herself from the cast. I don't know. That's just me. Dream.
As far as them at the dinner giving Wendy her flowers, I really enjoyed that because for a long time slash almost every season, there are people who try to downplay Wendy's accomplishments. So I do feel like it was nice for them to give her flowers, and actually all of them, including Giselle. Like, I know they get tired of her saying that she has her 4 degrees and she's this and she's that. They gave her a tough time, but I do feel like she deserved her flowers, especially on her birthday. It was cute. I think that scene was really refreshing. As far as Jazzy's situation, Stacey did clock in because she threw the attention off of her right onto Jazzy. What's going on with you and your man? I feel that girl. But anyways, for Jazzy, when she was telling the story, you can tell she was telling the story to try to make herself not look dumb.
Yeah.
Make it seem like her and her man have always been like in it together, and all of these girls just came out of the blue. No one knew this, no one knew that type situation. Because to me, if it could have been based on her timeline, which she's not really being specific about. She said the one child is 1, another child is 3. How long have y'all been together? A couple of years. Okay. If he had some girls pregnant when she met them, she could have just said that, like, oh, I met him in February, but these girls were already pregnant before I met him, so we decided to stay together, so that's why the timing is off. But she's not saying that. So he probably did cheat. And I think that's why Kay told her story. Like, whenever you're messing with these athletes, you got to be prepared that anything can happen. Yeah. So I think
she was really
that she's trying to spare. I feel like she's trying to spare her man looking crazy, but also like for cheating on her and having his business out there. But also her, because she does seem very confident in herself. She does present herself in a certain manner. Mm-hmm. But if you say that this man had a baby on you and you stayed, a lot of girls are going to look at you like you're crazy, especially if you're not married. Like, when marriage comes into place, people are willing to stay for all types of reasonings. But you're not married, this man had a baby on you, and you stayed, yeah, you're going to look wild, especially to this group. So it'll be smart if she just stood in it and just told whatever her truth is, because her truth is going to come out, whether she wants it to or not. So I feel like whenever you own up to your stuff, you end up looking better in the situation.
Yeah.
And then as far as when they were giving the speeches, Wendy was so over Jacqueline. She was ready for her to be quiet. They said, you want champagne? She's like, please, bring it. Come on, hurry up. Come on. So Jackie can go too. He's been very annoying. And at the end of the end of this conversation, Jackie was like, yeah, and y'all need to go home and take a shower. Can you not? How many times you're going to mention someone smells, someone stinks, when you're the one who don't bring deodorant?
She's a loser.
I can't.
Yeah. I hate with some of these friends of they come on this show and they embarrass themselves. Like, we've seen sometimes production will embarrass them, right? They will become the butt of jokes. But in this case, Jacqueline has brought everything upon herself. Like, she literally has herself out there looking like a loser. And it's so unfortunate because it's like, girl, you would think that Jacqueline just got here. We've known Jacqueline for about 3 years now. Like, it's time for you to come correct. If you want to secure that spot, or at least like a secured friend spot, or at least have the fans root for you, like, ugh. It's one thing to be Mia's friend, but nothing to be her damn seem like her slave. Like, my God, it's very, I don't want to say slave.
Secret lover.
Yeah, it's not a.
I mean, the girl can't even have her own room on vacation. She got to sleep in the bed with Mia. That's crazy.
That's just not a good look.
Sleeping in the bed together, smelling each other's coochies.
I wanted to say too that, like I said, when Kiana was speaking, I think she was trying to basically tell Jazzy, I wasn't okay with it. I never got over it. in other words, like, not that she will relate the same, but girl, like, you need to be comfortable in what you're in, because
Yeah.
it sounds like there's a lot there and you don't seem comfortable in it. I wasn't, I got out of it, it didn't work out, but this is where, blah blah. And I think that was she was trying, but obviously Mia just wouldn't let her get it out or whatever. And I see some comments saying that, Jazz is trying to convince herself. There's someone that said, I guess the baby mother spoke out and said that her and the boyfriend were together when the child's were conceived, so that it may be some type of assumption that Jazzy was the other woman. Okay. I mean, it's a lot to draw from it until she clears it up. Honestly, I don't know what did he say. Hell, I don't know what to believe.
But that's probably why she's probably gonna pull back, because they're gonna have some more questions about that.
Oh yeah, baby, they are not gonna let that go.
They're not done with that.
But the way that she introduced it at the, I think maybe the first or second episode, she said something like, "Yeah, my man has kids, but their moms are." What did she say? She was like, "They're not."
She did seem like it was some type of
like an issue
or like a tension type of situation that was happening between maybe him and the kids' mothers or her or whatever. But she did kind of allude to that. So yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, what I do want her to do is to stop using that same photo of them on the football field with her like this.
And that ugly outfit she had on.
I'm just that look. Please, can they please?
He plays for the Cowboys now, I think, right?
Can he do?
He plays for the Cowboys, but I think he's a bench. I mean, I don't think he's a starter, but he's on the Cowboys now.
Can we get a photo of them, please? That photo is giving very much so high school sweetheart, like leave out everywhere. He looks all dry and dusty. It's just, I'm just tired of that photo. Like,
but they did show a little flashback of them looking at rings or whatever, and they make a nice couple. They do.
But did he ask her?
They were looking at rings.
Did he propose to her, or
she was trying rings on? They never got to the point of saying if that actually happened, but she was trying on engagement rings. So
I'm gonna tell you right now, it don't look too good for her in that relationship. It just don't.
Bless her heart.
And the way she spoke, she was like, "I'm definitely going to marry him," and I'm like, oh God,
things take a turn.
You know what, Jazzy? I'm gonna marry him too, girl. We both gonna do it. I don't want him, but if you confident, I'm me too.
Hope you don't have another baby.
I'm already pregnant. Damn. With twins. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so to finish off this episode, the next day they get ready to leave, and no shade. I don't know. It looked like Jazzy was a little upset. She looked like, Jacqueline said that Jazzy was crying all night. But then again, Jacqueline don't really like Jazzy. She's also quite jealous. Although I don't know why Jacqueline would really be jealous of Jazzy, because yes, Jazzy was brought into the group as Mia's friend, but Jazzy has actually spent a lot of the time with the other girls.
And that's how you can tell that her and Mia weren't friends when
they were not friends. And so, that's just how they do on these shows, right? But even in the room, Jacqueline and Mia is like, she knows she hurt. She knows they were just talking down about that girl. So we'll see. I like Jazzy. I think she's a strong Black woman that can do for herself. But I don't think this is going to go well with her. I don't think we're gonna get the reaction that we would expect. I think she's gonna peel back.
I do too.
Because if she would go about it, explaining her situation the way she does, when she handles everything else, I would say, okay, she's gonna be good. But she don't seem that comfortable in talking about it. And I think if this show is really triggering her to keep talking about it, and it's just like igniting a whole new fire situation. So that's just me. Any final thoughts on the episode before we and put the callers on, bring the callers on?
No.
They could have saved this trip, because all we did was see Mia's friends talk about Mia and go to the Joint Chiropractic. Like, they really could have stayed at home.
Mia needs to stop hosting trips. Okay, let's just go back to Miami.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know what? Miami was a dull. What else was?
It was better than the Austin trip.
Was it?
With the chicken food?
They don't be doing that. Like, they don't be doing nothing. Like, they just go to these places and it's like they don't do nothing. We did more in our 2.5 days in the cabin that they did on this. Like, They don't be doing nothing.
We was producing cinema up there.
Okay, baby, please
And
put
not
a
the
camera at
nasty
the next retreat, please.
Yes.
A real camera.
And we have vocals better than Ashley for sure.
Rena says, "Why don't Housewives of Potomac get an after?" They used to, but they stopped. Like, not saying they won't get one this year. I don't know, but they used to get one. They just haven't had one, I think, in a while, right?
Yeah, it's been a while.
I think, this show had a lot of issues with colorism, that whole conversation. And I think when a lot of stuff was happening, they kind of like stopped it so they wouldn't talk about it. That's what I was told, back in the day when I was like, well in the mix. So I already know too much, child. I'm like Jazzy. I don't know what's going on over here, child. I don't know. So yeah. And then I saw someone else ask about Salt Lake City. So yes, Salt Lake City for us is like on a pause right now. We want to make sure that we're able to continuously give, content and give the show like we said we would. So until we can figure out the right time and schedule to do it, if we figured out, we're gonna put that show on pause, and then we'll probably either come back at some point. Just stay tuned to the channel, or we'll just do an end of season recap. The season access is really good. I mean, I actually watched it over the weekend and I'm really enjoying it. But we want to make sure that we have the availability too, because I mean, we got things to do, honey. Just saying. Lean don't pay no bills. Not one. Not one. All right. So like this video, I'm gonna go ahead and let our callers on. And our first caller is going to be actually Asia. Hey Asia.
Hey, Asia.
Hey, everybody.
And me, honey, you over here sipping with this hair. How are you?
I'm doing really good. Hopefully, everybody's doing good on the panel. I only have a few things to say. Biggest thing is I like Wendy's energy this season overall. I even like her energy at the table, and even people were trying to take away from her, but she still was like, yeah, it's still about me. It's my birthday. And like, she's giving OG energy. She's not an OG, but the energy she's giving is OG. And I like her story arc now. I don't like Jacqueline, and I'm very happy that everybody was like, yeah, we will off you if we could. I really think that she needed to hear that. She really needed to hear that. And hopefully it was a little eye-opening for her to at least next trip, like, bring your own personality and your own deodorant. Those are like really the only two things I got. Oh, and with TJ, I'm with Cortez. I really think that the man got something. I just don't know if he likes Stacey. I feel like
Who do you think he likes?
I think that he has the right to withhold whomever he likes. So I have no thoughts about it. However, I think he loves her. I really just don't think he likes her like that. And it could possibly be he just don't know her. And I'm a firm believer in moving them really slow when you don't know somebody like that. They only know each other through work. So he really gives me the vibes that he likes her. He doesn't mind getting to know her, but because he don't know her and she's on this show, he don't mind helping her out as a friend and coaching her through all this TV stuff. However, baby, you're not getting this good ping because it's sacred. That's it.
I know that's right. Well, listen, I hope you give it to. I hope at least if it don't work out, he at least give it a ping. I mean, because waiting to marriage, I ain't coming about it. But god damn,
I don't think he's gonna wait till marriage. I think he's really gonna wait until he gets to know her. And to be honest, like, if I was gonna be dating somebody who only dated people outside their race, like, I would be hesitant on it too. I would just be really hesitant on it. So maybe I'm thinking too deep into it, and we don't really know where he lies on who he's attracted to. But I think there's other things to factor in, which is he don't know that lady.
He did say when they were at the gym, like, something about, I'm waiting for, you're still married. Like, I think he might be waiting for her to get the divorce too.
Also, that's another factor. Yeah, and like, baby, I don't know, because even when she struggled with her identity a little bit too. So I don't know about messing with somebody who don't know who they are as a person. So maybe he see that too. But that's it. Y'all have a good rest of y'all little show, whatever. Bye.
Bye, Asia.
Thank you, Asia.
I
All right, our last caller for tonight is going to be Lisa. Hey, Lisa, how are you?
Hey, Lisa.
How y'all? How y'all guys doing?
Doing good.
Let's
welcome.
get started. Let's get started. Number one, I'm Tyler Jacqueline. Chad, go sit down somewhere. Please go sit down somewhere. Don't nobody care about you. It look like your own best friend or you not give two mess about you, okay? Good shit up, okay? And go watch your coochie, okay? Because you may be the one who thank you. Okay, because didn't nobody else say nothing about no stinking but you. And the second volume, Ashley cannot sing. Girls, go sit down, okay? You're not gonna be like Candace, okay? You're not gonna be like Candace, can't make a tune. Okay, you gotta use auto tune, you probably can. Okay, you need to go get auto tune. They do that, okay, to make a hit, okay? That's what you need to do, go do it, but you can't sing, babe, okay? I don't think she can sing. She don't not need to sing no Christmas carols, okay? We're
Oh,
gonna put Christmas off because Santa Claus gonna come and put coals in the stockings, and I don't like that. So we're gonna leave. We're gonna leave the Christmas carols alone and the singing alone. Okay, go find you something else to do. Cause the clothesline, I don't know what y'all gonna do. Cause the singing and the clothesline ain't gonna work for nobody. Okay, this not gonna work for nobody. One thing, Mia, why you keep going after Kate? I mean, why you keep going after this girl for? Every time I look up, she keep going after her for no reason at all. Girl, then you take the girl to the what's called a prac
A
what the
chiropractic.
thing?
The
the joint
Yeah,
chiropractor.
I mean, I mean, you take them to that girl, them folks, and girl, the people in the building looking at you like, who is this woman? And where she coming from? Girl, don't nobody got time for you and your mess, girl. Okay, come on. I still got 20 things they got to sell. Girl, you ain't got nothing to sell, hon. Okay, you ain't got nothing to sell, but ain't nobody worrying about you. Okay, you like I said one for, and I still say you waiting on G family to get that, give him some money. So you can get some of that money over there, okay? Cause you not making that much money to take care of you and G and Ink, okay? I don't care if nobody say you not making that much money on that show to take care of that man. She just not, and that's just the bottom line. But leave Kay alone. But I'm gonna tell you, I like Jassy, but the story do sound kind of funny though. It does. It sounds kind of funny. I don't know what the situation of it is, but I wish her good luck because I want her to stay on the show. I really do. I want her to stay on the show. Other than that, that's mostly all I got out of it. Thank God they out this trip. They go on to live their lives and go back on.
I agree.
I got tired of this trip on. Every time I look up, they coming out the cabin about her DUIs and all that right there, and Mill and Kate. This has got on my nerves. Mill get on my nerves. Y'all should have known Mill gonna screw everybody because that's all she do. She's the girl who would mess around with the married man on the beach. Okay, so she screw everybody else on her. So that's mostly it, darling.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you,
Well,
Lisa.
thank you, Lisa, for calling in. Okay.
Bye bye. Love y'all. See y'all next week. Okay.
All right. See
See
you
ya.
next week. All right, y'all. Listen, I see that someone just joined the queue, but the line was open for a while, so you have to get in the queue a little sooner next time. Okay, so sorry. So with that being said, make sure y'all like this video and subscribe to the channel. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here. We'll be here next week at the same time for Potomac. Next Tuesday is the premiere of Beverly Hills. I'm currently trying to figure out who and what that panel is going to be for this season. So just stay tuned. I'm pretty sure we'll be doing it, but I want to make sure we have coverage for it before we start it. That makes sense. Just complete transparency. So like the video and Who's that, Tracy? Tracy is from her igloo in Canada again.
Love you, Tracy, girl.
Tracy, you say you sent me a picture of this igloo and I didn't see the picture. So did you send it? Where did you send it? Because I need to see this igloo. I've never seen one in for real. And I don't want no picture from Image Shack or whatever be on Google. I want the real thing with you behind the igloo doing this. So just playing. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for watching, and we'll see you next time. Okay. You have a good night. Thanks. Peace.